the classes work. I'm going to teach this class about New Year's resolutions, and if you have a question during the class, you can write it in the comments. I also have some questions for you that I want you to answer in the comments section as well. And at the end of the class, I will answer your questions and give you my feedback. Okay, let's get started. So, what is a New Year's resolution? It is a promise you make to yourself to start doing something good or to stop a bad habit on the first day of the year. So, what are some good things that people do as a New Year's resolution or bad habits that people stop doing? Some common resolutions are to improve your health, money, travel, hobbies, volunteering, or, as we said before, bad habits. Let's look at some specific examples. Okay, some of the top 5 New Year's resolutions. The first one, number 1, is to stay fit and healthy during the year. Another one is to lose weight. This is very common. The third one, the most popular one, enjoy life to the fullest. People also make a resolution to spend less money or to save more money, and to spend more time with family and friends. These are the top 5, the most common resolutions. Did you know that in the United States, for example, 45% of people make New Year's resolutions, so almost half of the population, but 24 people don't keep them. They don't follow through with their resolution. But people who make resolutions are 10 times more likely to achieve them. So if you say your resolution, if you choose one, a specific one, then you are 10 times more likely to achieve it. All right, let's look at some vocabulary related to New Year's and New Year's resolutions. All right. The first one, to stick to something. This is to achieve it, to continue to follow through from January all the way to December. If you stick to your resolution, it means that you do it. Okay? To kick off is to start something. So we can say, I kicked off the new year by going to the gym, for example. Okay? To stay on track. This is similar to stick to something, to stay focused, to continue doing what you want to achieve. Willpower. You need willpower in order to reach your goal, to follow through with your resolution. Willpower is determination, something that keeps you going, keeps you motivated. And finally, yearly or annual. This means every year, so you can make a yearly or an annual New Year's resolution. All right, so when we talk about the future, there are 4 different tenses that we can use. We're going to look at examples of all 4 tenses. The first one is the future simple. So to form the future simple, we use will plus the infinitive. For example, you can say, I will start volunteering at a charity in 2017. Another future form is going to. This is the same. This is also future simple, but using going to. So you use going to plus the infinitive. I'm going to quit smoking next year. Okay, another future form is the future perfect. To form the future perfect, we use will have plus the participle, the past participle. Okay, so for example, you can say, by next December, I will have lost 10 pounds. So will have, and to lose, the past participle is lost. I will have lost 10 pounds. Okay, and the final future form, the future continuous. So to form the future continuous, an ongoing action in the future, we use will be plus the gerund, the verb plus ing. So for example, this time next month, I will be studying English. If your New Year's resolution is to learn English or improve your English, for example. All right, let's look at some traditions that are typical for New Year's. Normally, people will count down to midnight from 10, 10, 9, 8, etc. Also, there are some typical foods that people eat for New Year's in the evening or on January 1st, on New Year's Day. Black-eyed peas are very traditional in the United States. In the South, for example, they are thought to bring good luck if you eat these on New Year's Day. In some countries, people eat grapes at midnight. One grape for every second as you are counting down to midnight. Fireworks are also very common in many countries to celebrate the new year. Drinking a glass of champagne as well is very typical. And to maybe kiss someone at midnight. All right, there are some songs that are very typical that you normally hear around these dates, around this time, like Auld Lang Syne, which means times go by, or there's a song called What Are You Doing New Year's Eve? Later, we will post the link to these songs on this page so you can listen to them and practice your listening with songs. Okay? I want you to tell me in the comments section about your New Year's, about your experience. So, can you tell me, have you ever made a New Year's resolution? Did you keep it? And for how long? And what was the resolution? What is your resolution for 2017? Do you have one? Try to use the tenses that we've just learned, one of the 4 future tenses, to talk about your resolution for next year. Okay? What are you doing New Year's Eve? What are your plans? What is typical in your country? How do you